All right. Well, welcome back to the channel this morning, man. Let's talk some boxing. Hope all is well with you guys today. My man, Smooth Groove Boxing in the building. What's going on, man? Ken Gray said, "Good morning, Fannon. How do I get a wrench?" You got a wrench, man. You asked for one. That's the secret. That's the secret right there. Is you asked for one, and you asked. So, hey, man, I've seen you around. Welcome to the wrench gang. My man, King Jr. says, salute Martin in the chat. Michael Kirkland is always in the building. What's happening with you, man? Big Block in the building. What's going on, man? How you feeling, Big Block? Gats on tracks. Good morning to you as well, man. Good morning to you as well. So we're going to talk about Deontay Wilder. We're going to talk about, actually, man, I want to talk about Jermell Charlo. Truthfully, I want to talk about something that ain't related to boxing. But I ain't gonna do that to y'all today, man. But before we get in, I'll warm up the conversation with that, man. Man, have you guys seen that Dave Chappelle special? Got all them dudes, got all them dude women all up in arms, man. That shit is absolutely hilarious, man. And I don't understand how them people can be mad about that shit at all, man. You got people just whine for the fucking whining. Like I knew that, just by having this boxing channel, I know that, man. But god dog, they whining up. They making a whole lot of whining about nothing. Man, because that dude didn't say nothing what ain't true. That dude didn't say nothing that wasn't true. You may not think it's funny, dog, but that don't mean it ain't true, homie. My man, Paragon and Principal said, good morning. What's good, fam? I'm chilling, man. Just still hanging on this aftermath of this Deontay Wilder Tyson Fury fight, waiting for the next big subject matter to come up. And so we ain't got to keep talking about that. But it seems like Deontay Wilder is going to be, I thought he's suspended for 6 months, which is a little longer than usual for suffering a knockdown. I said Michael Kirtland, because they running the world. They ain't running the world, man. They just talking a lot. They got a lot of people. They do a lot of chirping. They do a lot of chirping and a lot of designated hating on people, man. Like, dude, I don't get that shit for. I'm telling you, man, I don't get that for nothing, man. Like, the most reasonable people in the world, man, will tell you that global warming is a fact. But act like a man, when you born with a dick, you ain't a man. Like, what the, like, that shit is objectively true. You know what I mean? Like, you have this, you have that. That's what it is, man. What you want to do with it after that is your business, man. But don't act like every little kid in the world gets to choose. Like, oh, I don't know, we assigned you a gender, but man, what the fuck you mean you assigned one, man? That ain't assigned. You didn't create that and slap that on me. Get up out of here, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, come on, man. I'm sick of this. I get sick of this shit, man. Seriously, people make some real dumb arguments in the pursuit of progress. And I don't know how much you progressing like that. That shit just seems like running around in a circle to me. Dread the Dread say, morning for now. What's going on, man? Janae Johnson, what's good? How you feeling? That's my little sister's name, Janae. One of my favorite people in the world, man. New Light 76, great point for nine. Yeah, it's just, yeah, he said they said they're looking forward to him being back in the April-May time frame, CG Cap. Yeah, he ain't retiring, man. That dude say he's coming back. He ain't stopping. I like that in him, dog. That man says he's going to keep on rolling. He ain't running up underneath that, man. Sound like you talk about the Chappelle special. Yeah, man, that shit was funny, man. I ain't gonna lie, dog. I've been liking Dave Chappelle forever, man. I've liked him since like Robin Hood Men in Tights, man. Back in I think he started coming out in the 80s, man. When he was when he was real young, man. He was in movies from a real young age, man. Hilarious dude, man. I think he was funnier when he was younger because he would crack more jokes. Like, he would make more, like, faster jokes. Now he's trying to make a point when he's joking, and he's kind of in his comfort zone or whatever. So, it's more of a mature listen now. But back, couple specials ago, man, he'd have you rolling all hour, man. Say, New Light 76 said the machine can never beat us. Nah, man, that shit is just stupid, man. Just honestly, man, that is just some monumentally stupid shit. And I can't see how anybody can't see that for being stupid. I talk to, I've got like everybody got gay family members, but just to say, dude, that you're not that have an issue with somebody that will point out that people with penises are men is just stupid. But anyway, man, I ain't going to keep going on that, man. Ron Miller says, salute Martin. Why are these people arguing that the ref was unfair? He had to stop the count to score Deontay Wilder back, then resume. Nah, that's not how you do that shit. The count keeps going. You don't stop your count to escort him back. That's bullshit. You pick up the count. They signal a count, then you move the guy over, and then you pick up the count from the guy that picks up the count on the side. You don't stop counting so you can move somebody over, man. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. However, I don't really care. I'm just gonna tell you. I don't care. I think he would have beat the count regardless. I don't really care. I don't want to get into that, man. You know what I mean? Like whether or not he got ripped off because the count was too long and all that. You know, that's a nice conversation starter. You know what I mean? It's a conversation starter. It's like walking up to a girl and ask her what sign she is. Oh, I'm a Taurus and my moon is in Libra. That type of conversation, right? What do you think about the long count? And he gets conversation going, but on the real, it's just, man, the rule, as far as I know, the ref is supposed to count. The ref might have counted a little slow, might have stopped the count or whatever. You're not supposed to stop the count, though. My understanding is you're not supposed to stop the count. You're supposed to tell a dude one on the side, and then the guy on the side is keeping the count with you. If you got to do something else, you pick up the count back from where he was. You don't get a dude a break and stop. Oh, you're not close enough to the corner. Let me escort you, man. Get out of here, man. Count that money, man. That man wasn't standing over the top of him, man. Kitty Peeps said common sense ain't too common today. Heck no, man. Them dudes just making shit up. I mean, you know what I mean? Just trying to get over, man. What about my people? Man, shut your asses up, man. That's what I think about you, about your people. Shut your asses up, dog, and get in line with the rest of the black people while we try to solve the problems that black people have. That's what I like to say. It's like, look, man, we gotta figure out the problems black people have. I'm not jumping in behind the back. I'm not jumping in line with everybody else for every other thing, man. Just get out of here, man. Randall Ridley said they robbed this man out of his hard-earned victory twice, in my opinion. I think that's a little strong, dog. I think that's a little strong. I honestly, man, I'm a huge Deontay Wilder fan. I think that's a little strong. I don't think that they robbed that man out of that victory, dude. Tyson Fury was the better fighter. It's just at this point in time, man, it's just what it is. You know what I mean? It's just what it is. I ain't gonna be one of these Manny Pacquiao fans claiming broke holder for sprained shoulder and missed punches for 15 years, man. You know what I mean? Deontay Wilder can come back. He works himself up. Tyson Fury's future is not set. He's still got to fight other people. There's more fighting to happen. You know what I mean? Andrew Gray said, how come the outside ring count didn't continue? They changed the judges and the ref. This is planned a long time ago. Look, man, I can't do that, man. I'm just going to honestly tell you, man, I can't do it. I want to let that shit go. Okay. I personally believe that Deontay Wilder did everything he could possibly do to win that fight. And like Deontay Wilder said, this best wasn't good enough. You know, it's just Tyson Fury got the man's number. Tyson Fury beat the man. And it is just what it is. It's like, I don't think that there's any way out of that, man. I really don't, man. I know that there are things that we can look at and say, I don't like how this went. I don't like how that went. But, I mean, when Deontay Wilder gets back on top or when other fighters win fights, man, I'm just going to, for real, just got to get a dude. I don't want people crapping on these dudes and not giving these dudes the credit when it's like that. In the second fight, I mean, dog, seriously, with him wobbling around with them gloves, you can see his hands in and all that shit, allowing him to fight in them horsehair gloves, which are clearly, man, the dude's 300 pounds, man. You got very little between the front of his thing, but it is what it is, man. Fannon, if the count were as accurate, Wilder would still have 5 seconds to land another punch that discombobulated Fury. Yeah, absolutely, man. I got that, man. I got it. I understand, man. Truly, I understand. I do. Truly, I understand. And I don't have any problem. I don't have any problem with people having an issue with it. I ain't one of these trolls that are going to jump on you and talk about excuses. As if them bums ain't had excuses for damn near everything. But on the real, it's just what it is, man. It's just what it is at this point in time. The trilogy's over. It's a wrap. More than likely, they ain't never going to fight again. And it just is what it is, man. Dre the Ghost said, yeah, but we can still admit them gloves. Exactly, with some bullshit. I think he played a huge part. Yeah. Oh, him having them horsehair gloves definitely did, man. Gave him a lot of power. Absolutely. He had puncher's gloves on. You know what I mean? It is what it is. But Deontay Wilder also had puncher's gloves on, which is probably why he broke his hand, you know? Terrell Jackson says, salute for now. I'm a Wilder fan, but I like him a lot. But the truth be told, if you can last the whole fight against Wilder, you can win because he doesn't win many rounds. I mean, yeah, maybe, yeah, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. It's a lot to get through them rounds awake, though. And Tyson Fury is very fortunate to get through that fight awake. If Deontay Wilder had maybe 3 more inches of arm into that punch that knocked his ass down, the dude would have been out of there. But, you know, Deontay Wilder showed, man, he showed well, dog. Man, just stop, man. John Sweets, why do you say shit like that? See, look, man, why do you say shit like that? That is absolutely not true. What do you mean the guy can't box? Dude, the guy just gave a fight of the year performance against a guy that a lot of people are saying is a top 10 all-time heavyweight, which I know they're throwing around. But come on, that's bullshit, man. You can't do that and not be able to box, John. You cannot do it. Give the man the man's damn respect. You cannot accomplish what the man has accomplished in his career and not be able to box. Tyson Fury is a better boxer. That does not mean he can't box. You cannot beat Luis Ortiz without knowing how to box. Dog, stop it, man. Seriously, that shit is getting old as shit for you discrediting this man like that, man. I mean, at the same time, I can give Tyson Fury his credit for being a better fighter. Damn. Give Deontay Wilder some credit, man. What do you mean he can't box? That shit is, dude, that shit is patently stupid. It's a patently stupid. I'm about to cry. Man, get out of here, dog. Let's get out of here. Your mama's a whore. How about that? Get the fuck out of my face, man. That's what I'm about to cry. Your mama pickpocketed me last night. Fuck out of my face, man. Seriously. Anyway, back to a dude who I ain't kicked out of this chat in a long time, that I ain't never kicked out despite being real suspect there. Dude, give Deontay Wilder his credit. You don't give him his credit when you say the man can't box. That shit is stupid. Honestly, flat out, straight up and down, ridiculous. For you to say that man can't box, man. Just stop it, dude. You tearing at that man's name. Stop it. Dre the Dress said, funny how a guy that can't box dropped a pure boxer 4 times. Exactly. This dude who cannot box managed to knock this dude down 4 times. But he can't box. He just got into the ring and got lucky. How did that happen? Seriously, man. Seriously, dude. John Tweets, you are clearly not that attuned with the skill it takes to become a heavyweight champion. Nobody. Let me tell you what people do not luck their way into. People do not luck their way into the NBA. People do not luck their way into major tennis championships. You don't luck your way into winning Wimbledon. If a guy wins Wimbledon, you can't say about a guy like, say, Pete Sampras, because he's got a big serve. Because that's what he would do. Pete Sampras had a huge serve, and whenever he needed it, boom, 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 boom. It was there. He wasn't engaged in big, long rallies with people and all that. He had a serve that whenever he needed to score, whenever he needed a point, that serve came in, and he would just get a game like that. And eventually, you'd break. Nobody ever said that man can't play tennis because he wasn't as agile as John McEnroe. As John McEnroe or Andre Agassi. Because he wasn't as fast as Andre Agassi. And he didn't have the net game the short game that Andre Agassi had. And he didn't have the variation of spins that Andre Agassi had. Man, they don't care about that. If the man boom, and he's out of there. It's out of there. You couldn't get it. And that's what Deontay Wilder had. Deontay Wilder's a boxer with a big serve. He's a big serve that will get you up out of there, and you can't do nothing about it. And you can't tell me any of these dudes could do anything about it because every one of them hit the deck. Every one of them, including Tyson Fury, have hit the deck. The difference between Tyson Fury and them is Tyson Fury so damn big, he was able to absorb it and get up. Get a man his credit, man. Seriously. I mean, I like talking boxing with you, but you got to come on, man. You got to come on to get that man his credit, man. Seriously, if I got to sit here and stomach giving Tyson Fury his credit, you got to give Deontay Wilder his credit. King, yeah, I'm sorry about talking about your mama, but you know what else, man? These dudes is ridiculous, dog. New Light 76 said, there's the old Fannon. Yeah, it's like, man, you're just going to get me straight to it, huh? Hey, Fannon, could you imagine Wilder connecting full blast on Fury's face? He didn't even connect full contact on his face. Pure power from Wilder. Exactly, man. Get a man his credit. The man can fight, man. God, dog. And like Jermell Charlo, talking about no skills. Dog, you just got to draw with Brian Castano. What are you talking about? What's Jermell talking? No skills? Jermell, you lost to Tony Harrison, dog. And you just got to draw against Brian Castano when you are a massive favorite. Can you balk? Do you have skills? Every time that dude got Jermell Charlo up against the ropes, Jermell Charlo looked like he didn't know what to do. Where was his skills? Where were your skills? Just like, man, get out of here, man. These dudes talk all this smack, got all kind of problems in the ring, but got something to say about Deontay Wilder. Man, please. Get out of here, John. I like you, man. You got to go. I told you. Fuck out. Goodbye. Okay? As much as I like talking to you, man, I don't mind reading your stuff, but you got to go. No. No, Andrew Reed. John is not right. No, he is not right. That shit is patently stupid. A man cannot win an Olympic bronze medal, win a heavyweight championship, defend it 10 times, literally drop anybody that has ever gotten into the ring with him. Maybe Bermain Staverne went the distance with Bermain Staverne and not be able to box, dog. It's there. You have to be able to box to do that. You have to be able to know how to move around the ring. You have to have the man has a jab. He has a straight right. He has a hook. He has an uppercut. You may not like how he gets it done, but the man gets it done. And when you say the man ain't getting it, you judge people by what they got done. And if Deontay Wilder cannot box, none of those dudes can box. None of them. Because ain't none of them that much better than him. None of them. That is just ridiculous, man. I'm telling you, get up out of here, man. Seriously, I'm tired of that. Y'all ain't going to keep doing that around these parts, dog. Seriously. I love talking to you. It was fun talking to you, homie. But I'm not going to keep doing it, man. I'm not going to do it. Now, see, if African Soldier wanted to say something like this, like Wilder is good, but his defense is poor, that's fair. You can say, all right, man, he ain't got the best defense in the world. His defense is poor. That's talking about an aspect of the man's game, and that's reasonable. But for you just to continue to discredit this man and say, oh, he's just all he can do is punch, just get out of here, man. He would have never gotten that far, man. What's your take on Charlo posting a pic with Bob Arum? I didn't see that. I didn't see it. I don't think much of anything, though. He ain't going to Bob Arum. Janae Johnson said, Fannon, should we still support Charlo since we broke? Hey. Stream it. He gave me an excuse to stream it. I'll support you from the streaming service. How about that, dog? Nah, I'll still pay for the fight. I mean, you know what I mean. Jermell, I've been known Jermell as a jerk. I've been known Jermell Charles a jerk. So I really can't say, it ain't nothing new. You know what I mean? It ain't nothing new. Nah, hey, Nefertiti, he's got to beat Usyk. You guys really do love to jump the gun, don't you? I don't know what did Larry Merchant say, Mike Eldridge? Mike Eldridge. I didn't hear what he said. More than likely, I don't like it. If it's, I'm gonna tell you ahead of time. If it left Larry Merchant's mouth, most time I don't like it, dog. You know, Martin, when do the Charlos fight again? I don't know, man. Side of the Ruler said, no, us broke people can't afford to pay Charlo any attention. Man, dog, that's like, well, I don't get, man, why would you say that, man? Why would you say that, man? Like, dude, just, I don't get that, period. Man, Arce Boxing Life in the building, man. What's going on? He says, salute, good brother, came in late. What is this about Wilder being suspended? Yeah, they suspended him for 6 months because of the way he got knocked out. Yeah, it's something that always happens, but they must have done it for a longer time because of the way that he got hurt. Neely Fuller said Wilder still snoozing. Man, get the fuck out of here, Neely Fuller Jr. Why you think you're not gonna get blocked? Oh, what is this you keep saying? I'm act out the mental asylum, bomb squad, Fury KO'd Wilder twice. I don't understand that shit. What is that? Is that some ongoing joke or something? You keep saying that same shit, Neely Fuller Jr. Yeah, and you're not Neely Fuller Jr. There was a guy that came by here, Neely Fuller Jr. I haven't seen in a long time, and you ain't him. You that dude, you one of them, I know. You one of them dudes. Care about you care about me that much, brother? Max Schmel, what are you talking about, Fannon? 6 months is standard once you get knocked out like that. It's not 6 months is not standard. Okay? You get a standard 2 month suspension. You see it on BoxRec all the time. They suspend people for 2 months. As a matter of fact, they suspend both of them. 6 month suspension for that is not. When have you heard somebody get sat down for 6 months for getting knocked out? No. If that was true, Anthony Joshua wouldn't have had his rematch. Anthony Joshua wouldn't have had such a quick rematch with Andy Ruiz, if that was true. Anyway. Man, you look like the Black Voldemort. Same gay dude, huh? Didn't like what I had to say about Dave Chappelle? You don't like that I support Dave Chappelle in believing gender's a fact? Huh, Nancy? Is that what it is? Get the fuck out of my face, man. Good morning. Bums. See, there you go. Hey, man, get a job. Go to work, man. How about that? Get the fuck out of my face, man. He said, Wayne Dad said, yeah, 3 months is standard. I thought, yeah, it's like 3 months, man. It's not 6 months. They don't get people for half the year, dog. It's not half a year. That's a lot longer, man. You whack, bro. Why are you here, man? Why are you here, Wilson Cornball? Why are you here? Anyway, do y'all remember when Charlo cried after the Harrison loss? Yeah, man, but he lost, but he got robbed. I mean, I'm gonna still keep it real. He got robbed. He definitely got robbed. Let me tell you something, I'm pro Jermell Charlo. Now, you're not gonna get me off supporting Jermell Charlo. All right. I ain't broke. You know what I mean? I may be a little economically challenged here and there, but I ain't broke. So that ain't want to talk to me. Hey, but he got hot, dog. They robbed Wilder 3 times. They did rob him at least once. I think they robbed him twice. Ali Voso, what's good, man? He said, boy, the hate is real. Hey, man, dude, you know what it is, man. Let me tell you, it's not hate, dog. It's not hate. Honestly, man, there's a couple dudes that got crushes on me. And they really don't know how to express it. That's what it is. Because the same dude, this guy literally went to my Twitter. It's the same dude that keeps coming around here trying to convince me that I'm unattractive. You know what I mean? Like pimps do or some shit. You know how people try to gaslight you, try to gaslight girls and tell them there ain't nothing good about them. Oh, you ain't that pretty. You ain't that smart. So that they'll pay attention to them and they'll feel like, oh, I want to be close to this man. That's what he's trying to do. He thinks he thinks it's gonna work like what works with his boyfriend is gonna work with me. Dog, I don't roll that way. I ain't interested in you, dog. Another man telling me that I'm not attractive, dog, just tells me that you are gauging how attractive I am, which means that you're probably, you probably like men and are attracted to men. So since because you care about what I look like, So since you're attracted to men, yeah, you're probably one of them dudes, which tells me I don't need to be mad at you. I just need to move you on to the side, dog. You know what I mean? Yeah, you just got to move on to the side, dog. Psycho, how do you know all about that? It's called the gay pride movement, dog. That's how they stick that shit on TV all the time. And little sweet boys get hit on by grown ass men, dog. It's called psychology class, homeboy. And it's the same way men and women act as well. If you are commenting on how attractive I am and you are a man, common sense is that you are you are focusing on how I look. That is apparent in your dumbass observation. If I go up to a woman and I say, wow, you got a fat ass, guess what? That means I'm looking at her ass, right? I can't tell her she got a fat ass if I ain't looking at her ass. You can't tell me I'm ugly if you're not gauging my attractiveness. It's obvious in your statement, dumbass. You think you are slick or something? Dude, I know what it is. You are attracted to men. I get it. We've seen it a bunch of times, dog. Otherwise, you would go on about your damn business and when somebody say, leave me alone. But you don't, man. Fuck up out of here, man. And he said, I think Fannon cute as fuck, no homo sapien. I mean, dog's like, come on, man. It's obvious, man. It's obvious, okay? It's obvious. Anyway, Joshua Knuckles said 10 consecutive defenses at heavyweight, and they saying he can't fight. He started boxing at 20 with a bronze. People don't know boxing. Exactly, man. It's like, how in the brother? How in the hell? How in the hell can you get that far and not be able to box? Just be honest, man. And these are guys that want to be unbiased, man. You know what I mean? They want to be unbiased. But why you being unbiased, you can't get his man a lick of credit for nothing. Anyway, Justin R. said, when you put your life on the line and dedicate your life to the sport, it's easy to cry when you lose, and that's when your heart's in it. Yeah, man, let me tell you something, man. I ain't got no long-term beef with Jermell Charlo, okay? If I had a long-term beef with Jermell Charlo and the first time Jermell Charlo said something stupid, I was going to write him off, dog, I would have written him off already. Jermell Charlo's an asshole. It's obvious, okay? It's obvious. Just like you dudes that keep talking to me. It's obvious, all right? It's obvious what you're doing, man. It's obvious, you know what I mean? Man, New Twild said, yeah, Fannon, teach him about himself. I'm saying, man, I'm not even joking. Like, I'm not joking. Very, very seriously. If you spend your time judging how attractive another man is, you are literally having to assess this man. You are making an assessment of whether you like him or not. It's attractive to who? Oh, you're not attractive. Attractive to who? You're not a mind reader, dude. You know what I mean? You're not a mind reader. You're telling me, if you tell me I'm not attractive, you're telling me I'm not attractive to you. Okay? And there you go. You're what you are. So just go on about your business, homie. You know what I mean? Just go on about your business. But just understand, every time you do that shit, you bust yourself out, man. You bust yourself out whenever you do that. Dudes don't do, by and large, guys don't do that shit. By and large. They may call you stupid. They may say your clothes is raggedy, but they're not going to walk up and be like, you ain't cute. Like, man, get out of here. They may tell you to fix your teeth, something like that, dog. But they don't come with all of that, you're unattractive. My girlfriend's, man, get out of here, man. Just, you know what I mean? Just get out of here, man. But anyway, man, back to topic, man. We off topic. Man, we off topic. Let's get back to boxing for real. Hey, man, I try, man. I try. Anyway. Yeah, so ask a boxing question. Ask a boxing question, man. We'll get back on it. But anyway, yeah, man, I ain't got no problem with I don't have any problem with Jermell Charlo. Not really. You know what I mean? The guy's a jerk. But like I said, oh yeah, by the way, Wayne, it's gonna swerve every once in a while, man. The conversation cannot be strictly boxing the entire time, every day, all the time, man. Can I have some fun, dog? Can I talk about something every once in a while? that makes me laugh. You know what I mean? And on the real, when I get harassed by these dudes through multiple platforms and they show up underneath another name, it's kind of fun for me to tell them about themselves, man. It brings me joy. I'm just going to tell you. Packroy said, this will be my first time ever cheering for a Mexican to beat a black fighter he's not Mexican. In the Charlo rematch, he's lost all my respect. But he ain't Mexican. He's from Argentina. He's from Argentina. He ain't Mexican. Don't put them all in one box. He's South American. He's not Mexican, man. Professor Arce said, Professor, I'm not gonna lie. I love you, slay those trolls, Bomb Squad. Man, they need it every once in a while because they think they can come in and slick. They think they can come in here and slick. They can come slick talk all the damn time, man. Randall Ridley said, Jermell is acting like he's a world beater. Roger Mayweather, who'd he beat? Hey, man, that dude can fight, man. He cleared out a division. All but one guy. Seriously, man. Jermell Charlo deserves a lot of credit, man. Jermell Charlo wants to fight the best, man. And he fought for Undisputed. He didn't make it. But he very well may lose the next fight to Castano until he figures something else out. But I'm not gonna throw him under the bridge, man. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna throw him under the bridge. I don't think it's necessary to do that, man. Ron Miller said, Martin, I saw the rules online. They say a timekeeper helps the ref with the count after the knockdown, but if the fighter leaves the corner, the ref can stop the count and resume where he left. Yeah, I mean, but come on, man. He didn't walk that far, man. He wasn't all on top of the dude, man. But anyway, like I said, man, I ain't really on all of that, man. But thank you for that, man. I appreciate it, man. Packroyd said, I could have sworn he was Mexican. My bad. Nah, man. He's from Argentina. He's from the same spot. Marcos Maidana, Carlos Monzon, guys like that. They're from Argentina. C. Cooley said, Fannon, did they announce a rematch with Charlo Castano? Nah, man, they haven't done that yet. Haven't done it yet. We'll see, though. Hopefully they'll do it soon, man, because that's definitely a fight that I want to see, man. But Jermell, man, you know, Jermell Charlo just did something he shouldn't have done. Put it on Twitter, which is obvious, man. And he was talking about if I wanted to defend him, I could, because he was saying I had a whole community. You know who he was talking about. You know who he's talking about. He's talking about Deontay Wilder fans. He's talking about the LDBC. He's talking about new media. That's who he's talking about. A whole community attack him. But he didn't have a whole community attack him. He had certain people attack him. And, you know, he couldn't wait to rub it in their faces. And when you rub it in your face, hey, man, cats ain't going to take kindly to that, especially when you call people broke, man. You know what I mean? Like, why don't you just rub it in their face and don't talk about how much money they have, man? That ain't never cool. You know what I mean? Shannon Briggs could KO Wilder like a chicken. Okay. Rottweiler Fun said, Roy, we ain't all Mexicans. We come in. He said, we ain't all Mexicans. We come in different flavors. Yeah, exactly, man. Hell yeah, them Argentines are strong as fuck. Hell yeah. Them Argentines can fight, man. That's why I told people going in, man. I don't know why y'all don't listen to me. I'm telling you, man, these other cats talk like they act like they know boxing. Nah, man, get out of here. Y'all be missing shit from 10 miles away. I told you, Brian Castano could win that fight. That is going to be a tough fight. And I said it because the dude's from Argentina. You run into an Argentine fighter in a championship fight, I'm telling you, that dude is going to be a difficult fight, man. Without a doubt. I said that about Billy Joe Saunders. Billy Joe Saunders wound up knocking the dude out. But I'm telling you, man, Billy Joe Saunders almost lost to that dude. Billy Joe Saunders was coming close to losing to that dude. I'm telling you. Argentine guys, I'm telling you. Mark Poole said, man, boxing fans since the 70s don't love the race card. One don't got nothing to do with the other, dog. One ain't, you know what I don't like? I've been a fan since the 1970s. You know what I don't like? Racism. How about that? You don't like the race card. I don't like racism. How's that? Whole bunch of people been fans since the 1970s, and a whole bunch of them are racist. Stop, man. That shit exists, and that shit is real as rain, homie. Man, I can't. He said, Fannon, check your Cash App. Would you rather Jermell fight Castano or Lubin? Castano. But I can't because my phone is out. My phone blew up. I ordered it. I can't check Cash App. Hold on, man. Let me see if I can. I don't know if I can. I can't, because they got to send me a damn code. I appreciate you supporting, but I can't check it till I get my phone, man. I've been down on that for a while, man. He said, Argentines built small but hits hard. Yeah, man, them dudes can fight, man. Very awkward, man. You are literally a racist, though. No, I'm not. You're an idiot. No, I'm not. Why? Because I like black people? That makes me a racist? Because I like black people? I like black people. That's your definition of racist. Because I like black people. You're an idiot. Not much else to say to you. That's the only time I've ever been called a racist is when I support black people. That's it. When I say, hey, I support black people, I'm a racist. How did that mental mind fuck go on in your mind, man? You know what I mean? If you said you like Irish people, that does not make you a racist. It makes you a racist when you say I hate black people. Did I say that I hate white people? Did I say that I hate Asians, Mexicans, anybody else? No, I said I support black fighters, and that makes me racist. I got that because you don't think that I should, which makes you the racist. Anyway, get out of here, man. Nice to talk to you, though. You're literally a racist, man. David Robinson said, I didn't like you before. I love you now, man. I appreciate you, man. Thank you very much, man. I appreciate your support, man. I really, really do. Packeroy said, I notice how black people can't support their own without being called racist. We are the only ones that can't support our own. I'm telling you, man. Anytime one of these dudes call you a racist, support the word, change the word nigger and put it in there. That's it. It'll make more sense that way. But it's absolutely ridiculous to call me a racist because I support black fighters. That's stupid. I'm black. Why can't I? I actually like a race. That's liking a race. I brought 2 cups of coffee just so I know. Stephen Ross said, well said, sir. Blessings from Belfast. Shout out to Ireland, man. Shout out to Ireland. Yeah, I got a problem with an Irish dude celebrating St. Patrick's, man. I got a problem with him wanting the Irish fighter to win. Why shouldn't he want the Irish fighter to win? Why wouldn't you? What lie you saying? You lie. Why y'all lie so much? Seriously, man, why do you guys lie so much? I ain't never wished death on Tyson Fury. Get out of here. You lie so much. Jesus, get a life, man. Get a life. Is it that hard to score a point? Look, man, I know I can debate and I can be harsh on you trolls, but goodness gracious, will y'all just stop just all out of the blue making up shit? You said, no, I didn't. You liar. Shame on you, man. Shame on you, man. Shame on you. That's all I can say about that. But I will tell you, man, there ain't nothing wrong. And honestly, there really ain't nothing wrong with a white person if you consider yourself white rooting for a white guy. There ain't no problem. The problem comes when you mistreat other people, man. That's the problem, when you're mistreating somebody. Not when you like somebody that's like you. Ain't no problem, dog. If you like country music, you ain't racist because you like Taylor Swift, okay? And you don't like Beyonce. That ain't nothing wrong with that, man. Listen to your Taylor Swift and keep it pushing. You know what I mean? Y'all over here just trying to be desperate, dog. You know what I mean? Just desperate, man. DJ Alert said they be freestyling, just talking because they got lips. Exactly, dog. You know what I mean? Terrence Sam said, I love my race too. I don't have a problem with no race. That's them. Hence the point. They are here. Get them out of here. You know what it is. Joshua Knuckles said, so they can support Mexican fighters, but we can't support black fighters without being called a racist. Not according to them. I'm telling you. No, not with their logic. You cannot. And honestly, not according to several black people's opinions who got YouTube channels. They think supporting black people is racist. You hear it all the time. Like, you support black people. Hey, I used to be a racist. I used to support black people, but now I'm non-biased. I'm right. Man, ain't nothing wrong with supporting black people. That shit is absolutely stupid. It's absolutely stupid to say otherwise, man. Anyway, man, y'all are messing with my flow today. Y'all are messing with my flow today. Said, I'm a British Irish fan like Fury, and that's why he's my favorite. No reason African Americans shouldn't support Wilder for the same reason. There's nothing racist about that. Exactly, because ain't nobody doing anything to anybody, man. But I'm telling you, in America, now if you're a British Irish, I'm telling you, in America, they don't like that shit. They don't like you standing. They don't. It's like, I'm telling you, they like on permanent. Some of these dudes are like on permanent slave patrol. They think it's their job to follow you around and make sure you're not happy. That's it. That's how I take it. That is like your job to follow you around and make sure you're not happy. Like, what is this? You're having a barbecue out here. Call the police. What are you doing making all this noise out here in this barbecue? Like, you're racist. You didn't get out of here, man. I'm telling you, man. I appreciate it. It's a fun live stream today, man. It's a fun live stream. Say, while you trolling, hit the like button. Use any finger or your thumb. Exactly, man. Let's get back to boxing. Man, somebody asked me about boxing, man. Somebody please ask me about boxing. Man, we got 350 people in the building. I know y'all ain't hit the likes, man. Come on, man. Let's get the likes over 300, man. There you go. Appreciate it, man. He said, who you got? Shakur Stevenson or Jermell Herring? Man, I got Jermell. I said Jermell Herring all day, man. I got Jermell Herring all day, man. All day. No, excuse me. I got Shakur Stevenson all day. I was messing up there. Shakur Stevenson I don't think they're the same level of fighter, man. I don't think they're the same level of fighter, man. Max Schmel said, enough with the preaching. Look, Max, if you guys stop with the trolling, I'll stop with the preaching, okay? Y'all got me fucked up. You're not going to sit up here and lie on me, dog, in the comment section, and you see me, I ain't going to say nothing about it. Anyway, Marvin Banks said, Fannon, who you got? Porter, Crawford. I want Crawford I like Sean Porter. I like Terrence Crawford. I think it's going to be a good fight, but I got Terrence Crawford. Terrence Crawford talking all kind of shit nowadays, though. Terrence Crawford coming out of his shell. I like that. Does Boots have an opponent? Yeah, man, he's fighting Thomas Delorme. DJ said, get them trolls, baby. You know what it is, man. Sometimes you got to let them go. Sometimes you got to go at them, man. Bear Hat Campton. Oh, that's not me. Sorry about that, man. Frankie Sanchez versus Luis Ortiz, Fannon. You know what, man? Honestly, I think right now I might take Frank Sanchez. I haven't seen Luis Ortiz. I got to see Luis Ortiz fight again. Right now, I might take Frank Sanchez, man. I don't know. That's a what fight from what I saw, man. That's a what fight from what I saw. Now, I did know the whole time, though, that Ife Jagbe is pretty much garbage. You know, Ife Jagbe is pretty much garbage. So I knew that was going to happen. But I don't know, man. I think that's a good fight. And I think Frankie Sanchez is a very, very good fighter, man. Very, very good fighter. Cats don't believe Cubans that are the age they say they are for nothing, though. They got Frankie Sanchez at 29, and people like, he ain't no 29. Like, yeah, he don't look 29. I gotta lie, man. And when you're black and you look older than your age, that is a sign. No joke about it, man. Note said, about time Crawford fights somebody. I'll give him respect after this based on how he win. I mean, you know, I gotta give him his credit, man. That dude can fight, man. Terrence Crawford is a real deal, man. You know what I mean? Neil Sinclair, Josh Taylor's going to school Crawford. Let me tell you something about Josh Taylor, Neil. Josh Taylor will not go, if it's in the United States of America, will not go 8 rounds with Terrence Crawford. No, 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 no. No. He ain't going. You better hope that is over there in Scotland and y'all can put something in that dude's pipe, in his pint. Okay? Ain't no way, dog. If it goes the distance, though, in Scotland, I think he can win. If he can go the distance. Because I believe in the rigged nature of boxing. So if Josh Taylor can go the distance with him, he can win the fight. Because I think he'll get the call in Scotland. Straight up fighting him? No. No, no, no. Too hard of a time with Josh Taylor. Too hard of a time with Jose Ramirez. Now, we'll see after this Terrence Crawford, especially, and I'll really believe, now there's a chance that I could be wrong. You know what I mean? There's a chance that I could be wrong. But I ain't going to be wrong. I'll tell you right now, I'm not wrong if what happens if Terrence Crawford beats Sean Porter. Because if Terrence Crawford beats Sean Porter, he'll mop Josh Taylor. I'm telling you. He'll mop Josh Taylor. Josh Taylor got a lot of lip. I like that in him, though. I got a lot. And I like the fact that he's fought very solid competition. So I'm not saying that he's some flash in the pan and he ain't no real fighter. Because I don't think you can beat Josh. I don't think you can beat Regis Prograis and Jose Ramirez without being real. So Josh Taylor is definitely gas on tracks and hit that detached thumb button. Man. But he ain't gonna school him now, man. Ain't no way, man. Sorry, man. He ain't on that level, dog. He ain't that good, dog. He ain't that good. He ain't that good, man. C. Coolidge said, Fannon, Josh Taylor lost to Regis Prograis, in my opinion. I thought it should have been a draw. I would have taken the draw. But I don't mean, he did his thing in there, though. He did his thing. It was a close fight. I won't argue with the call. I think, if it was in the United States, though, if it was in Regis Prograis' home territory, Regis Prograis probably would have got that. It was a very, very close fight. I'm really mystified about the Jose Ramirez fight, though. Seriously, I'm mystified about that. Jose Ramirez getting dropped like that so many times. Jose Ramirez, man. Jose Ramirez let me down, man. He let me down, dog. Because, I was neutral on who would win, on who I cared about winning the fight. Like, if Josh Taylor won, cool for Josh Taylor. If Ramirez won the fight, cool for Ramirez. I wasn't tripping on who won the fight. But I ain't gonna lie, man. That dude let me down, man. Dude let me down, man. I thought he was a better fighter than that. You know what I mean? I thought he was a better fighter than that. He shouldn't have got dropped twice by Josh Taylor. And Josh Taylor got a lot of dog in him. I like that about Josh Taylor. Josh Taylor got a lot of dog, which is why I'm telling you he'll lose to Terrence Crawford. He got too much dog in him. If you got all that dog with Terrence Crawford, you're gonna get knocked out, dog. Seriously, or you're gonna knock out Terrence Crawford. But Terrence Crawford got a lot of dog in him, dog. A lot of dog in him. I like that, man. I'm looking forward to this Sean Porter Terrence Crawford fight, man. That dude he got all that dog in him. I'm telling you. I told you. When it's said and done, I'm told you. Side Ruler said Antoine Russell beats Josh Taylor, in my opinion too. In a year. Let him get a couple. Take Side Ruler. Make sure that you let the man get some high quality fights in first. But I think he's a better talent than Josh Taylor for sure. I think he has a better skill set than Josh Taylor, and I think he's a better talent than Josh Taylor. But Josh Taylor is very, very experienced now. Having come through Regis Prograis, having come through Jose Ramirez, he's proven that he's at that level. I do believe that Gary Antoine Russell, or is it Antonio Russell? Antoine Russell, that Antoine Russell's got to prove it. He's got to, but from everything that I see, yeah. But it's kind of like, hey man, the dude that did the Cash App, please put Cash App in the comment section so that I can say thank you for the Cash App. And by the way, when y'all give Cash Apps, thank you. Really, really appreciate it. And I really appreciate your super chats, man. You guys have really been coming through for the channel, man. I really, really appreciate it, man. And I'm telling you, I really appreciate it. I'm an honest dude, man. And when you guys support the channel, it really does mean a lot. Thank you. Sequel said Fannon, Regis came on strong at the end and had Taylor hurt in the 11th, 12th. Yeah, Yeah, I mean, I remember that. And he swole his eye up, closed his eye up, and all that stuff, man. Dude, Regis Prograis is a real deal, man. I'm a huge Regis Prograis fan, but I don't think it's unfair. I don't think it's unfair to say that Josh Taylor won the fight. You know what I mean? Sorry to Rule said Kornacki went out bad, dude. A part of me felt bad for him. Dog. I never got why they was hyping up Kornacki to begin with. They was trying to sell them Chicago tickets. That's what that was, because Kornacki got a big fan base, just like Thomas Adamek. If he fights in Chicago, he's gonna sell a lot of tickets in Chicago because there's a lot of Polish cats up there. They were trying to sell Adam Kornacki, dog. Adam Kornacki is like Jared Hurd of the heavyweights, man. There's only so much time in that. You know what I mean? The thing that I was mad about was this weekend was that J-Rock lost, man. Because now, dude, J-Rock is like, it's unfortunate, man. Lawrence RB said, Fannon, I no longer support Jermell. I will stay on code if he fights another race, but I won't buy any pay-per-view or tickets for his fights. Hey, man, that's what happens when you call motherfuckers broke. Damn, dude, that was dumb, dog. That is stupid, dog. Look, man, you rely on our money. You do. And you may have more money than any particular person, but you don't have more money than the fan base. You kidding me? Jermell, you do not have more money than all of the black boxing fan base. You do not. You can't say group everybody into a group and then call them broke, okay? Because they're not broke. It's a group of people that pay a lot of money to you or to the PBC and to Fox through consuming things, ads and all that shit. That shit is stupid. You know what I mean? Black people are not broke, dumbass. You may have an individual that's broke. Collectively, though, we spend billions of dollars, dog, and you don't have billions of dollars. So what are you talking about, man? What a dumb thing to say. What a dumb thing to say, man. I was highly disappointed in his stupidity. Like, Jermell would never do that. Ain't no way Jermell Charlo would do that. Jermell Charlo got all the hype and all the sense. Jeez Louise, man. Prince said, I can't afford Charlo fights anymore. Don't worry about it. It's going because you'd have to get rid of Showtime, because that's where he's going to be, on Showtime. FSU OKC WG3. Fannon, Tank versus Antoine Russell. Antoine Russell. And never the two shall meet. Antoine Russell. Tank need to be down there at 130, 135 pounds. I'm telling you right now. Gary Antoine Russell is the truth, man. That dude's punches are precise. His hand speed is nasty. He's very smart. He fights just like Gary Russell Jr., but big. That's a big Gary Russell Jr. Dog, if Gary Russell Jr. is the same size, I'm telling you, if Gary Russell Jr. is the same size as Terrence Crawford, ain't no doubt in my mind who's winning that fight. I'm telling you. Ain't no doubt in my mind who's winning that fight if Gary Russell Jr. is the same size as Terrence Crawford. If Gary Russell Jr. was the same size as Lomachenko, ain't no doubt in my mind who was going to win that fight, and it ain't Lomachenko. Man, that dude Gary Russell Jr. can fight, man. And the only thing y'all can say about Gary is, when you going to see him fight more? We need to see him fight more. We need to fight. Say, hey, man, look, all that, whatever. When you see that dude in that ring, though, you know what you see, okay? If you appreciate boxing and you know boxing, when you see Gary Russell Jr. fight, you know what you see. That is one of the best fighters in all of boxing, without a doubt. And these guys will not fight him, keep skipping by him, and acting like it's his fault. I really do wish, though, that Gary would just beat up a bunch of bums, right? Because what would happen if he fought twice a year and he picked some bum to fight in between fights? You would shift to him fighting nothing but bums. That's all that would happen. You shift to him fighting nothing but bums. Johnny True Blue Staley in the building. What's going on, man? So what's up, Fannon? I'm chilling, talking this boxing, enjoying it with you guys, man. Having a good day, man. Loving it, man. Loving it, man. Thinking to go into 2 live streams a day. I like talking to y'all so much, man. Doing videos is fun, but I really do like engaging with y'all, man. Be easy supporting the chat like a motherfucker. Thank you so much. He said, Martin, what will be the impact on 147 if Porter wins and where does Crawford go from there? Crawford, if he loses to Sean Porter, depending on how the fight goes, will still be in there. He'll still be in there. He'll still be in there. Oh, I forgot. You just reminded me. Thank you very much. Needed that reminder. Yeah. Oh, man, but I think he'll be in the mix. It don't matter. They'll all fight each other, man. They all fight. If Sean Porter can lose, Terrence Crawford can lose and come back. But if Porter wins, we get that rematch we want. Easy money. It's going to be Errol Spence versus Sean Porter. Part deux. Is it part deux? D-E-A-U-X? Part deux. Deux. It's Sean Porter. It's them part two. Without a doubt. It's them part two, without a doubt, man. Sire the Ruler in the bill said Ife is going to struggle with any heavyweight with movement. He hasn't learned how to set up his power punches. Yes, he's a way less talented Deontay Wilder. Way less talented, way less athletic. And there was just nothing he could do with Frankie Sanchez, dog. Frankie Sanchez put that on that ass. You know? And honestly, man, you know what people don't talk about? Top Rank fucked up the PBC, man. I ain't gonna lie. Top Rank put an ass whooping on the PBC that weekend. They really did, man. Ivan Jogbe, I know he signed with Top Rank, but that used to be a PBC fighter. J-Rock lost to a Top Rank fighter. Hey, man, Top Rank got some fighters over there, man. Ray Smith, man, thank you so much for your support, man. Said, I appreciate your knowledge, bro. Thank you, man. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate the support, man. He said, laugh my ass off. Frankie Sanchez laid him out. Oh, yeah, man. And Sanchez knew it, too. He's just whooping the boy up, man. But he's that Cuban. Hey, man, that's that Cuban heavyweight, dog. Don't think they're going to fight him, though. Don't think Frankie Sanchez got some route to a lot of fights, man. I don't think he does, man. What's not an excuse? And why are you in here talking about excuses, dog? Seriously. I'm going to backtrack on this. Because I get kind of, what excuses? It's just an excuse. I want to know, man. Do y'all realize when you start echoing dumb shit? You know what I mean? Do you notice when people start echoing dumb shit? Like, what's the excuse? Like, you guys been using that word for the whole week leading up to the fight. Don't make no excuse. Man, look, man. People will say whatever the hell they want to say, dog. If people don't want, did J-Rock win? Nah, man, J-Rock lost, man. Some people say he got robbed. I didn't see the first half of the fight. I saw him getting his ass whooped in the second half in the fight against a guy that was so juiced up, it was fucking unreal. J-Rock need that juice, dog. I'm telling you, man. I think I might go into the steroid business, dog. And I need to master steroids and get to these black fighters, man. Go ahead and get on that juice. I'm about to change my mind for these dudes. You got this guy throwing a million. Man, this dude, muscle-bound ass dude, never stopped throwing punches, dog. Never took a breath. And Andre Ward was joking about the shit. He's like, man, this dude ain't took a breath in 3 rounds. Like, dude, I'm serious, man. Dude, Andre Ward was talking between, he was speaking behind the line. They were speaking that code on that dude. They were like, man, this dude has not stopped throwing punches. He's been throwing nonstop punches for 3 straight rounds, has not taken a breath. He's a ball of energy. It's like, yeah, he's a ball of energy, all right. He a ball of energy, all right, just like Tyson Fury, a ball of energy. Ball of energy, dog. Y'all need to start doping, dog. Like, seriously, man, I'm done, man. I'm done. Man, if they're going to legalize it, man, dope up and get these dudes, man. Because that's the only way they're going to solve it, dog, is all y'all start doping, man. You know, I hate to say it, dog. That's the only way you solve the performance-enhancing drug problem in boxing is let all these black fighters start getting on performance-enhancing drugs. But they'll catch them and sacrifice them, though. But you know, Clenbuterol Take a trip to Mexico before you do it. Going down there to Mexico, I thought I was the only one thinking he juiced up. Man, I will say without nothing, you know he's juiced. You know it. Man, that dude didn't you know it. The biggest difference between them two dudes was their stamina. Okay? Get the fuck out of here, dude. Of course he was juiced up, but he didn't get caught. So what can you say? He didn't get caught this time. Mike Kirkland said, Gary Russell Jr. versus Rigondeaux that fought Nonito Donaire. Gary Russell. Nonito Donaire is overrated. Gary Russell. Bearcat Am said, a lot of sheep-like fans who attach themselves to phrases, rinse and repeat, a bunch of Stephen A. Smiths and Skip Bayless trying to talk boxing is who most of these trolls are. Exactly, dog. Y'all just say the same shit. No, man, this dude came to my chat, dog. I swear, dog. I was like, man, I ain't seen you in forever. And I'm the dude, I was like, I don't care what happens, dog. When this fight is over, whatever happened in this fight, I'm done with it. I ain't gonna be all up on nobody's bandwagon. I'm not doing none of that shit, okay? I'm not doing it. Long Count crew, more power to you, Long Count crew. I ain't on the ride, dog. I went on the Glovegate ride because I believe there was legitimacy to that for real. The Long Count, I think that there's some legitimacy to it, but I just don't think it was the difference maker. So it is what it is, dog. I told y'all going in, you knew they was going to cheat. There ain't going to be no difference. You know something. You knew that it was going to be stacked against Deontay Wilder some way, shape, or form. I accepted it going in the door, and so I got what I expected. You know what I mean? Yasul said, Wilder needs spiritual preparation and stamina. Nah, man, he needs some Combuterol like Canelo. He should have went to Eddie Reynoso. Easy money. He should have hired Eddie Reynoso. Go to Eddie Reynoso. Hire Angel Heredia. Hire Mimo Heredia. Hire Mimo. Mimo Heredia. That's what he need to do. I'm telling you straight. As straight as I can get. That's what he needs to do. If he really wants to just blow everybody away, do that. Hire Mimo Heredia. Hire Mimo Heredia as his nutritionist, physical therapist, or workout guy. Do that. I'm telling you, you'll see an entirely different fighter, dog. An entirely different fighter. Michael Kirkland said, Donaire not overrated. He don't lose to bums. He was overrated then. Yeah, he was. And who lost to bums? He was overrated then. They had him the number one pound-for-pound fighter in the world. Nonito ain't never been that, man. Man, stop. Wilder needs to learn how to box. Okay. What's that dude's name? Damn, what's the dude's name again? I just lost his name. What is Canelo Alvarez coach's name again? Eddie Reynoso. Eddie Reynoso can teach him how to box. Right? And Mimo Heredia can get him in shape. There you go. That's all you need. That's all you need. I'm telling you. He'll come in, fight 12 rounds, be on his toes, never run out of breath, never. I'm telling you. He'll go and go and go and go. Because Canelo Alvarez, obviously, you think Wilder's corner? No, Wilder's corner didn't fail him, man. No. Deontay Wilder did everything Deontay Wilder can do. It was a great fight. Deontay Wilder did everything he can do. I'm joking about Mimo Heredia and Eddie Reynoso, kind of. But I'm serious. That would improve him a lot. It would improve him a lot. Just like Oscar Valdez. You saw Oscar Valdez. Does Oscar Valdez have any endurance problems? No. He can punch straight. He can go full tilt for 12 straight rounds and never get tired. Tyson Fury can go 12 straight rounds and never get tired. 6'9", 300 pounds, on his toes for 12 rounds, never gets tired. Deontay Wilder needs the same conditioning regimen as Tyson Fury. Oh, I'll say it like that. I won't even cast any dispersions on anybody. Let him get the same training regimen. You know what I mean? He'll never get tired. Y'all will call him a steroid abuser as soon as he does it, though. As soon as he does it, all of a sudden, he will be a juicer. Because certain people's eyes will open up like immediately. Wilder turned his head, so you get hit behind the ear when you turn your head. Yeah, man, that'll hit, man. Packroy said that wild boar meat works wonders. Yeah, man, get some wild boar meat. Let him do that, man. Wilder's corner failed him on the stamina part. Hey, man, he had a lot of muscle on him. A lot of muscle. But it is what it is. What's going on? Hey, what's going on, John Mayfield? How you feeling, man? Minecart said, I do think extra weight on Wilder hurt his cardio worse. He was better at 212 to 215. Then he would have gotten mauled. You know what I mean? Lou Light 76 said, boar nuts, man. That's hilarious, man. Wilder needs to run instead of swimming. You have to run. Hey, man. Got to do it, huh? Mr. Knuckles said, Tyson Fury is just so damn good. He's a very good fighter. He is. I agree with that. He's a very, very, very good fighter. I agree 100% with that. And I don't have a problem saying that, man. I know it may not make you guys that want to hate on me happy, but it is what it is. The guy's a very good fighter, man. Jared Anderson, man, as a fighter, I love what he does. Very, very talented fighter. As a person, don't like him. Don't like him. Don't like him, dog. Don't like him. But because he's on the wrong side of the fence for me, man. But Jared Anderson, I think, is the best up-and-coming heavyweight in I think he's the best up-and-coming heavyweight, man. I really do, man. That dude can really, really fight. He can really, really, really fight, man. Very talented fighter, man. He did not link with God before the fight. Hey, man, who didn't link with God before the fight? Deontay Wilder? Man, as much money as Deontay Wilder made, come on, man. Deontay said they need to stop bashing Wilder. He was dazed for 7 rounds and still hurt Fury in the 9th and the 10th. You know what it is, man. They want to be right. And they get it every couple of years, so that's okay, man. I don't have a problem with it. Keep talking. Y'all see, if you're a gambler, you know you're gonna lose every once in a while. It's not tough. Every once in a while, if you gambling, you watching boxing, your guy, the guy that you want to win, the guy that you support, is gonna lose. It's just how it goes, man. Like Canelo. Canelo ate an L. You know, he ate that Mayweather L. I think he ate that Lara L. He didn't eat that L. They picked that L up off his plate and put it on Lara's. But you're going to lose every once in a while. That's how it works. Dude, Tyson Fury is going to get beat, dog. It's just, you just wait. I'm telling you. Just wait. When the next guy that he fights, when he gets in there with Anthony Joshua or he gets in one of those, do not be surprised that dude loses, man. I'm telling you. Because Tyson Fury does not fight a lot. If he keeps fighting and he fights on any regular basis and he starts fighting those top guys, do not be surprised if he loses. Do not be surprised if he loses to Alexander Usyk. Don't be surprised. Now, I'm not saying that he will, but I'm saying that's just how boxing works, man. These guys, dude, you run into somebody, you have a tough fight, you run into somebody that got your number. It's just what it is, you know what I mean? December Winter said, do you think Fury runs the table in the heavyweight division? No. I do not think he runs the table in the heavyweight division. Absolutely not. He's not going to fight them all. He's not going to fight them all. Not going to do it, man. He ain't going to do it. I don't believe that I do not believe for nothing that dude is going to fight. He's going to fight Alexander Usyk. I don't believe he's going to fight Anthony Joshua. Don't believe it. The Dillian White thing, I believe he'll fight Dillian White. I think he'll fight Dillian White. But no, man, I don't think he's going to fight all those guys. I don't believe it. Do not believe it. Well, Wilder's going to lose against most top teners. How? Why? I guarantee you, who are the top 10 guys, man? Let me ask you a question, monstrous animal. Who are the top 10 guys that are going to beat Deontay Wilder? Dillian White. Dillian White ain't 6'9", 270 pounds, leaning on you for 11 rounds. And by the way, the number one guy got dropped. You think he's going to get up too? How many knockdowns is Dillian White going to overcome? When he gets knocked out, when he got put to sleep by an uppercut by Alexander Povetkin. How many times? How many times is AJ going to get up? Right? Because as you know, in order to beat Deontay Wilder, you have to overcome getting put on your ass. How many times are they going to overcome it? Seriously. And with their short ass arms, how many times are they going to be able to reach Deontay Wilder with straight right hands when they're 3 inches shorter than him? Dude, Tyson Fury is 6'9". Deontay Wilder is 6'7". Deontay Wilder is 3 or 4 inches taller than Dillian White. 3 or 4 inches taller than Dillian White. He is 2 inches, he's an inch or 2 inches taller, almost 2 inches taller than Anthony Joshua. He's almost 5 inches taller than Alexander Usyk. None of the shit that you saw Tyson Fury do against Deontay Wilder, do those guys even have the dimensions to do? They don't have the ability to get to his chin like that. How? They're too short. You guys think, do you think about these things before you say it? These guys are tailor-made for Deontay Wilder. Dillian White is tailor-made for Deontay Wilder. Walk up in there with your hands down. Throwing body shots, Dillian. Walk straight in there throwing body shots. Like looping body shots with your hands down against Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder will step in and knock that dude's head straight off his shoulders because he ain't got a chin. Who's going to be Joseph Parker? Since when is Joseph Parker 6'9"? You guys are tripping, man. I don't think you think about that stuff. I don't think you think. Talk about Joe Joyce, Slow Joyce. Slow Joyce is going to get hit so many damn times, it's going to be ridiculous. Slow Joyce is the slowest fighter he's slower than Ife Ajagbe. He's slower than Ife Ajagbe. Dude, he ain't getting out of there against Frankie Sanchez, okay? Heck no, dog. I like Michael Hunter. Said Michael Hunter might shock one of these top rank. He already did, and they won't give him another fight. That dude beat Alexander Povetkin, and they robbed that boy. That's a robbery right there. They robbed that boy. That's my take on it anyway. He robbed that boy, no doubt. He beat Danny Dubois. So what? So what if he beat Danny Dubois? Danny Dubois is a domestic level UK fighter. So what? Am I supposed to be excited if he beats Nathan Gorman? So what? Who is Danny Dubois beating? Nobody. Danny Dubois got beat by a jab, dog. A jab. That's all he did to beat Danny Dubois. Busted his eye up with a jab. Just come on, man. Come on, man. Y'all know y'all bugging, man. Y'all know you're bugging, man. Bearcat Hampton said, Canelo said he's going to stop Plant in 8 rounds or less. I think it'll be 6 or 7 myself. Plant seems like he gasses. Canelo won't gas because he's juiced up and will catch him mid-fight. Yeah, I have a suspicion that Canelo gonna whoop his ass. I do. I will admit that, dog. I think that is an ass whooping waiting to happen, dog. That is a very good fighter, man. And I keep jabbing Canelo Alvarez fans. I keep jabbing them with them steroids, but it is what it is, man. It is what it is, man. Don't get mad at me, dog. Gas on Track said, DDD was the next attempt at the AJ model. Yeah, it's just, dude, look, man, there's a guy that made a post about British fighters that I think is really, really true. And they said that He said it was something like this. He was like, having a good amateur background. What he said, having a good amateur background and an aggressive style does not necessarily make you a good pro. We need to stop hyping up the wrong guys. And I was like, exactly. They hype up. They try to make guys stars there. Like they try, and it's just, they're going to get one every once in a while. And they got one in Fury, They got one in Fury for sure. But, it's just, that's Danny Dubois, no. You know what I mean? No. Frequent Flyer RC. Did I miss that super chat, man? I think I might have. I did. Only the Funk. Much love in that super chat. It said, I bet some of those trolls watching is Stephen A. Smith and Skip. I guaranteed Max and others are watching new media. You know they watch. All these dudes watch. I know it. It's hilarious to me because I used to get offended about them stealing content. Their researchers watch. It's an easy way to get the information. Because we are hardcore boxing fans. And that's people who actually know what they're talking about. And I love it because these dudes can't call fights for nothing. Y'all can say what you want, but you suck at calling fights. Really, really, really you do. Very, very rarely do you guys do anything other than pick the favorite and talk shit. That's what you do. You pick the favorite and then talk a lot of shit. You go to other people's channels that pick the favorite, you listen to their logic seems sound, and you run with their logic. But you don't actually know what you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what you're talking about because they don't know what they're talking about. 9 times out of 10, they don't know what they're talking about, dog. 9 times out of 10, they don't know what they're talking about. Seriously. He said Cliff Note college degrees. Exactly. They come for the Cliff Notes. As far as Stephen A. Smith are clueless, as far as boxing goes, yeah. But they don't see it coming because they don't actually watch the guys' fights on the way. They don't watch the guys' fights on the way up. If you watch the guys' fights on the way up, you'll see it, man. Frequent Flyer RC said Fury better not fight Ortiz, King Kong Ortiz for now. Oh, never. And will never be asked to. He will never fight Luis Ortiz, and he will never be asked to fight Luis Ortiz. Never. None of them have been asked to fight Luis Ortiz. They're not going to be asked to fight Frankie Sanchez either. They're going into Hollywood mode over there in the UK. That shit ain't going to work in the US. He ain't doing no pay-per-views in the US without Deontay Wilder. But he can still go make some money over there in the UK. Get excited, get everybody excited over there. You know what I mean? But on the real, he still got to fight Usyk. All his hand in him shit, he still got to beat Usyk. Still got to beat Usyk. You know what I mean? He said, Ali's supposed to say they barely watch the sports they into. They gotta talk to too many people. They watch clips and look at stats. Yeah, exactly. You can tell. And that's they look at stats. They watch clips, look at stats, and don't actually think. And boxing is tough because it's hard because there's so much ducking going on that you don't know, right? Because people you assume, like with Canelo. People will just assume that he can beat Jermell. They just pronounce that he can beat Jermall Charlo. That's how the Jermall Charlo thing is settled. There's no need for the fight because Canelo has done so much in his career. Canelo Alvarez is the face of boxing. Jermall Charlo can never beat him because Canelo Alvarez is the face of boxing. So we don't ever need to see that fight. That's what they say all the time. That's their whole argument for Jermall. Well, Canelo's the pound for pound number one. He'll destroy him. So we don't need to see the fight. And they will say that over and over and over and over and over again. And that very well may not be true. Jermall Charlo may go in there and beat the brakes off Canelo. You do not know until you actually see the fight. You know what I mean? When you're dealing with fighters that have not lost. And yeah, there's guys that have had tough fights, right? Like he said that they didn't do as well against Montiel or whatever, right? He may have underestimated Montiel. It just been like, hey, I'm going to go in there, I'm going to watch this guy. Or he just didn't have his best night that night. Canelo Alvarez didn't have his greatest night against Austin Trout, right? Didn't stop him from beating Gennady Golovkin, you know? D. Rich said, hey, Fannon, this country does not want a black heavyweight champion. I don't know, man. I don't think they'll ever support. They don't support him. I know that for sure. I know that they don't support him for sure. But they do that to fight. You know what it is, man. You know what it is. No need, you know, what is that saying? What is understood don't need to be explained, even though I do it all the time. Cinnamon Savage, you think while Vladimir comes back once he turns 46 to try to become? No way. Vladimir Klitschko was done in 2015. Definitely done in 2020. He'll never come anywhere near a boxing ring again. If he's got any sense whatsoever. If he's got any sense whatsoever, he'll never come by a boxing ring again. For real. Never needs to, man. Never needs to. Unknown said, I believe Wilder is the second best heavyweight. For him to solidify, that he needs to beat another, beats the other champion competition for Fury. The way I see it, to be considered one, you need to beat the number 1, 2, and 3. Yeah, I think that's fair. Tyson Fury needs to prove it against Alexander Usyk. And I don't care how big the size difference is. He needs to prove it against Alexander Usyk. It's unfair to say that he doesn't, because Alexander Usyk ain't had nobody at heavyweight give him a problem. He beat Anthony Joshua. He proved that he's got 3 belts. Don't switch up now. You know what I mean? When Deontay Wilder had 1 belt and AJ had 3 belts, it was all about the 3 belts. If Tyson Fury only has 1 belt and Alexander Usyk has 3 belts, keep the same energy, man. It should be about those 3 belts. Keep the same energy. Right? That's why AJ was ahead of Deontay Wilder, because he had 3 belts. Usyk has it, but they're not going to give Usyk that respect. They're not going to give Usyk that respect. I guarantee you they're not going to do that, man. Because he ain't with ESPN. Now, if he was with ESPN, maybe. Let him smash him then. Let him smash him. Smash him. He'll smash him, then smash him. Make the fight. Smash him. Until he does smash him, he hasn't smashed him. So what do I care? What he will do. You know what I mean? Oh, yeah. And Eddie Hearn is wishing they would have made that fight pop. No super fight for Eddie, dog. Eddie is out of there. Eddie Hearn is out of there, dog. Out of there. Out of there. He has nothing left. And if he thinks Dillian White is going to save his ass, he is bananas. Ain't no way. Cinnamon Savage, how would Usyk Wilder play out in your opinion, Fannon? I don't know, man. I really don't know. I do not know. That's a hard fight to call. Very hard fight to call. I think it might very well with Deontay Wilder knocking him out, or it could end with Alexander Usyk knocking Deontay Wilder out. Alexander Usyk, man, I'm telling you, man, Alexander Usyk is a different type of dude. I've been like Lomachenko. They do a lot of that fighting, like a lot of that, shifty stuff in the early parts of the fight. But those guys will step in. They can fight on the inside. They will go to you and beat you up on the inside and go at you. They got a lot of heart. They're tough dudes, man. They're really tough dudes. So, it could go both ways. I don't think it's going the distance, though. I'll put it that way. I don't think it's going the distance. Alexander Usyk, and same thing with Tyson Fury. Dog, don't lunch on Alexander. I'm telling you, don't lunch on him because he's 6'3", 230. Don't lunch on something. There was 6'3", 230. That's a lot of dude there, man. It's a lot of dude there. KB Mishow said, what up, Fannon? Love your show, man. Keep checking the racist-ass fans who against us blacks. Can Terrence Crawford knock out Sean Porter? I don't think so, but I think he's going to go for it. You never Tyson Fury, I side guy. Man, you gotta do something other than that, dog. I don't know what you meant right there. Man said, I really thought Usyk lost to Chisora. Yeah, I didn't see that fight. I didn't see that fight. Did not see that fight. Styles make fights, though, friend. I'm telling you. Styles make fights. Oh, Olivo said he just loved to fight. Yeah, man. I'm not sleeping on Usyk. Not doing it, man. Not doing it. Alexander Usyk can fight, man. And people need to get that man his respect. Straight up. Just pronouncing that the fight is just, I don't like that when anybody does that. With anybody. Even fighters that I ain't the biggest fans of. I don't like that, man. When guys just say, like, just out the blue, no, there's no way that this guy, unless it's completely obvious, you know what I mean? Like Canelo Alvarez, Callum Smith, Canelo Alvarez, Yaldemir, Canelo Alvarez, Billy Joe Saunders. You know what I mean? Fights like that, okay, that's safe to say, because those guys ain't that good. I mean, you can just tell they're not that good from looking at them. You know what I mean? Even the Caleb Plant thing. Like, I know Caleb Plant, dog, is a very, very good fighter, but he's gonna really have to show something. He's really gonna have to show something if he's gonna be able to beat Canelo Alvarez, because Canelo Alvarez is the real deal truth. But just pronouncing fighters that are undefeated and who have very good wins and just saying, oh, it's a rap, dog, that shit'll get you beat, man. You know what I mean? That shit'll get you beat. And seriously, man, Tyson Fury has had problems with shorter fighters, man. He's had problems with shorter fighters. Matter of fact, he's had more problems with shorter fighters than he has had with taller fighters. Because taller fighters are used to fighting tall, and he's taller than taller fighters. Deontay Wilder had to get used to fighting he's a smaller guy. And that's probably the only time Deontay Wilder's ever been the smaller guy and I'm not talking about body weight. I'm talking about like the actual dimensions of your body. That's the only time Deontay Wilder's ever been in there against somebody that's longer than him, that's taller than him, that's heavier than him. You know what I mean? A guy that's outweighing him by 50 pounds and has the dimensions. You know what I mean? That's something that's different. Tyson Fury had difficulties with John McDermott. He had problems with Otto Wallin. Those guys and they're not pure boxers. They're guys with a smaller dimension. They had a smaller dimension. And there are, like, for example, Muhammad Ali never had any problems really with guys that were tall. He had problems with a guy that was short. He didn't have problems with George Foreman he didn't have problems with George Foreman. He didn't have no problems with Big Cat Williams, or what's the other guy's name? Ernie Terrell. He didn't have problems with guys taller than him. He had a problem with a guy a lot shorter than him. And what he said was style makes fights. You can have a style that a guy has that is, different. I don't know. He doesn't. Tyson Fury, no, he doesn't. Jabrillon said Big Baby Miller versus Wilder. It can sold as a redemption fight for Miller and a dangerous fight opponent for Wilder, man. Big Baby Miller will get killed. Much love in that super chat, though. I'm telling you, man, Big Baby Miller. I just saw him in he's coming back, though. I saw that. He was with Cunningham. I always forget Cunningham's first name. I don't mean any disrespect by that. But the trainer Corey Spinks, who is out of St. Louis, is now in Florida, was training I think he's also, trains Erickson Lubin, that dude. He's with him. Very, 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 very good trainer, man. I saw the workout. I saw him working out, man. That dude looks gigantic. Like he looked like he weighed 500 pounds, man. And I know why, and he need to get that fade back. He got to go bald, man. Hey, Jarrell Big Baby Miller, man, I hope that you coming back. I hope everything is working out well for you, brother. But just like I can tell you, it's time to let it go. You better let it go. Don't say you got to let that hair go, dog. You got to come out bald, man. I'm telling you, there ain't that much there for you, dog. You talking years ago, mate? What am I talking about years ago? Man, it don't matter. Dog, it don't matter. Styles make fights, dog. He had problems. Otto Wallin was not years ago, okay? Otto Wallin was not years ago. It was, well, I guess it was 2 years ago. But no, man. Styles make fights, man. Everybody got I'm telling you, man, there ain't nobody that ain't going to have a problem if they fight long enough. It's going to happen, homie. I'm telling you. Eventually, it's going to happen to you, dog. And guess what? Somebody is going to, you know what somebody's looking at Tyson Fury and saying? Damn, he gets knocked down a lot. Damn, he gets knocked down a lot. Damn, he gets dropped a lot. Somebody is looking at that shit saying, if I can get to this dude's chin, I can get this dude out of here. Because he goes down a lot. Okay? He goes down a lot. You can say he gets up, but he also goes down. That is not some undefeatable fighter, dog. Anybody that goes down like that, no. When he got aggressive with Deontay Wilder, he's lucky Deontay Wilder's stamina wasn't there. Because if Deontay Wilder was stamina, he was fresh, he could have went for him. But anyway, you capping a lot, man. What's this capping, man? I'm always capping. What's the cap, man? What's the cap? Tell me the cap. Where am I capping? What's the lie I'm telling today, dog? You know what I mean? Deontay Wilder put him down. Deontay Wilder. There you go. Deontay Wilder. Cunningham what? What do you think I'm talking about, dude? I'm not talking about Steve Cunningham, even though Steve Cunningham dropped him too. I'm talking about the trainer. The trainer. And if I got the name wrong, I got the name wrong. But it's a trainer named Cunningham, dude. You know there's more than one person on this planet with the name Cunningham, right? You know what I mean? Richie Cunningham, Steve Cunningham, the Cunningham. What's the guy's name, the trainer's name? I hate it, man. He was training Adrian Brawner for Kevin Cunningham. Dude, do you not know that there's more than one person named Cunningham, dog? Anyway. But what's the cap? I'm waiting on what I'm lying about. Y'all love to call somebody a liar, dog. Love it, don't you? Illuminati said, nobody big enough to put Fury down besides Wilder. Like Steve Cunningham? Like Steve Cunningham? Steve Cunningham dropped him. Steve Cunningham is not 215 pounds. What do you mean? Dude, the guy got dropped when Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder didn't even catch him on the end of his punch. He didn't catch him on the end of the punch. Man, get out of here. This dude is not in, dog, stop. You don't get knocked down that many damn times, dog, and not have somebody be able to knock you down. He's already proven he's getting knocked down. He fought Deontay Wilder 3 times. He got knocked down 4 times. Deontay Wilder knocked him down 2 times in the first fight, 2 times in the third fight. And he knocked him down 2 times when he's dead tired, man. Stop. What do you just shit don't count? It don't count? How come Deontay Wilder, and now everybody in the top 10 can beat Deontay Wilder, right? Because Tyson Fury beats Deontay Wilder, everybody in the top 10 can beat Deontay Wilder. But Deontay Wilder drops Tyson Fury, but nobody can drop Tyson Fury. Because Deontay Wilder is this super special fighter, and he's the only one that could do it. Man, get out of here, man. Get out of here with that. Get on tracks. I'm waiting for credit. I'm waiting to hear credit for Wilder against Fury. Nobody but Wilder. Yeah, exactly. It's mighty convenient, man. These dudes' logic is just, they're super convenient with their logic, dog. Whenever they feel that the logic works for them, that's what they'll do. But they don't go and look at the extension of that, right? Deontay Wilder, the only person, everybody can beat Deontay Wilder now that Tyson Fury beat him. Everybody. But Tyson Fury is this super special fighter that nobody can beat. You can't have it both ways. If Tyson Fury is some special fighter, and the only one, and Deontay Wilder's the only one that can knock him out or knock him down or hurt him. But everybody can beat Deontay. What is so special about what Tyson Fury did then? Seriously. If everybody in the top 10 can beat Deontay Wilder, then what did Tyson Fury do that was so special? Nothing. So if Tyson Fury didn't do anything special and Deontay Wilder knocked him down 2 times, maybe the other top 10 guys can do the same thing. You're saying that everybody in the top 10 is better than Deontay Wilder. So why can't they do what Deontay Wilder did? That's why I should go to your channels and debate you dummies. I love making y'all eat. Man, y'all ain't good, man. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, you suck. I'm telling you, you suck, dog. I'm telling you. You guys talk all this debate and this guy, man, you guys suck at that shit, man. Suck at it. It's an unfair fight. Tyson Fury gets magical 15-second 10 counts. Hey, man. Hey, what's that? My man Ali Voso said, hold on, where he goes? Coolidge said, Fannon, Kevin Cunningham, and that's my last name also. Exactly, dog. Like, you don't, man, sometimes I'm telling you, these guys don't know boxing. Telling you they don't know boxing. They don't know. And they don't know what Stephen Cunningham has done. Kevin Cunningham's done. They don't know where he's from. They don't know who he trained before. None of that stuff. Matter of fact, I remember this dude, this guy used to be like, when I first had a channel, used to be like, Box Rec. You rely on Box Rec. Yeah, I rely on Box Rec, dummy. Yeah, how many goddamn people there are to remember in this world, man? Box Rec is a database. Of course I rely on, of course I'm going to use it. What I'm not supposed to do? Usyk can surprise Fury. I'm telling you right now, dog. Telling you right now, do not underestimate Alexander Usyk against Tyson Fury. Do not do it. Don't do it. And yeah, that's a huge size difference between the two of them. But do not underestimate that man. I'm telling you. That dude got a lot of head movement. He's got incredible endurance. The guy's got power. And on top of it, dude, he's going to get in that dude's chest. And we'll see. You know what I mean? Oh, see? Thank you. Thank you for proving this. I really appreciate that. See, I told you they were racist, and they really are just trying. That's how they use those words. Your lips look like Michelin tires. Why are you focusing on my lips, man? Why are you listening? See, they want to call. See, I like that. Thank you, T. Thanks, T209. You want to call me a nigger. Just call me a nigger, man, and cut to the chase. Just call me a nigger and cut to the chase, man. Thank you very much, dude. I appreciate that. Thank you for just call me that, dog, and cut to the chase. No need to hide behind that shit. And why are you looking at my lips, dog? You James, because you John Gruden now? Oh, John Gruden. I'm telling you, man, that's what they do. I'm glad he did it too. That's the type of people we're dealing with. And all you guys, that's why I don't pay no attention to y'all. Well, I pay attention to you talk bad about you. But that's racism in America right there. Your lips look like he fixate. Exactly, dude, looking at my lips. But that's what they say about black people. You got big lips. Call you boot lip. Call you all kind of crazy stuff, man. No, yeah. Andrew Gray said your women love our lips and something that rhymes with lips too. All kind of stuff, man. Hate it. Mr. International said, do you think AJ and Wilder will still fight? Yes. Absolutely, I do. Absolutely, I do. King Bernie said, this is stupid. Where's the boxing here? Man, shut up, dude. You are way behind. You must have just came in here. Get out. King Bernie. See you later, dude. Nah, I'm throwing you out, dog. We've been talking boxing. You know, don't dictate to me what I'm going to talk. Bernie's already gone. We got Bernie. Bedtime for Bernie, dog. You know what I'm saying? Bedtime for Bernie, dog. You know it is what it is. Nah, you know who he is? It's that dude with the channel, dog. That's what it is, the dude with the channel. That actually, see, because when they hang out with their racist friends find that shit funny. So they bring it here like it's funny. That shit's not even funny, dog. But that is straight up Nazi shit right there. Just so you know, that is straight up Nazi level racist shit when people talk about that. Because they do that shit about black people, boot lip, and used to make all kind of characters because you don't have lips. And that's the funny thing, dog. You don't have lips. There ain't nothing wrong with my lip. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and I'm telling you this just straight up. Dude, I'm not dark skinned. You just don't have any color. Okay? My thing ain't ridiculously enormous. You just have a little one. Okay? Your insufficiencies, making fun of your insufficiencies you make fun of your insufficiencies by exaggerating what is normal. Most people on this planet, dude, are my color. And that is a fact. Most people. This is probably the most average color that there is on the planet. You just don't have color. And there's nothing wrong with that, man. Nothing wrong with that. But you're the one that doesn't have color. Other people aren't dark. You don't have color. Okay? If you're 5'2", that doesn't make somebody 5'9" tall. You're just short. Okay? My lips ain't big. My lips ain't big. You just don't have none. Okay? What's going on, man? That's what's up. Boxing Ego in the building. Shout out to Boxing Ego, man. Yeah, man. Just come on, man. You guys got to stop that, man. On the real. You know what I mean? He said, bro, it's okay, stop. No, I'm just telling you, man. When a straight up Klansman comes by, I'm gonna say something about that, dog. No joke, man. Do your knuckles hurt from walking? No, they do not. My knuckles don't touch the ground when I walk, homeboy. Talking about someone's lips is what? It is racist. Yeah, absolutely. When you say somebody's lips look like Michelin tires, first of all, what color are Michelin tires, man? What color are Michelin tires? What color are Michelin tires, dog? They're big black rubber tires, dog. We know what you're doing, dog. It is what it is, man. He said, let's get on boxing, please. Absolutely, no problem, Max Schmeling. Mike Benton said, Fannon, do you feel like Wilder's equilibrium was still affected for the second fight? Do you think he has a permanent injury in his ear because he looked strange very early on? I don't know, man. I can't speak on that. I'm just of the mindset that I'm going to get that man his credit. Just straight up. I'm going to get a man credit. I'm going to get a man credit where credit is due, and I'm going to move on to the next fight, man. That's what I'm doing. See Illuminati, man. Much love in that shit. And he got a Klans thing on. I'll take the $2, though, man. I appreciate you, man. What's the difference from a black man saying it? I don't know. I don't know. And I don't care either. Thank you very much. I don't know. I don't care. I don't know. I don't care. Samad Cuz, Ruiz versus Wilder would be fired. Absolutely it'd be fired, man. No doubt about it, man. Hopefully we'll get that fight. But I think that Deontay, back to the question. Yeah, man, I do believe that they're going to fight, dog. Actually, yeah, I do believe that Deontay Wilder versus AJ will fight because it's very, very logical, man. It's a logical thing to happen, dog. Ain't Gary Russell at 130 now? Gary's at 126, man. John Mayfield said these racists are some people that if they saw Wilder in the streets or asked for a selfie or social media saying me in the chat, just like yeah, they're not gonna say nothing to him, man, in real life unless they're surrounded by a lot of people, then they will. Now, if they have a lot of people with them, then they'll do that. But they're not gonna do it one-on-one. One-on-one, they're gonna be polite as they possibly can be. Mike the dealer in the building. He said, you say talk about boxing, but you keep bringing up racist thing. He ain't talking to me. I'll respond to him, though. I don't mind, dog. I don't mind, dog. Faith House in the building said, what's the difference between you talking about your uncle and me talking about your uncle? Person asked about, oh, yeah. I mean, it is what it is. Yeah. But honestly, man, I don't make fun of I don't make fun of black people for having big lips. I don't do that shit. I ain't never made fun of a black person for being dark-skinned in my life. I don't see what's funny about it. Personally, they got better skin. Every time I get a pimple, you can see the shit. On them, you don't see it most times. They got very, very beautiful skin. Never had an issue. Have absolutely zero issue whatsoever, dog, with somebody being dark-skinned. I ain't never made fun of nobody for having slanted eyes. I ain't never made fun of having somebody for having a flat ass. None of that. I don't want to do that, man. Because, dog, I know what it's like for y'all to do all that, man. I don't want to get into that. I'm not into that. Human beings are all human beings, man. Just respect people. You know what I mean? Level said, next level, so what are your thoughts on Tank Davis? My thoughts on Tank Davis? My thoughts on Tank Davis, he's the best fighter. I think he could be the best fighter below 140 pounds. And I also think that what he needs is he needs to fight these guys that are around him in the same weight class. That's what I think. I would love to see him fight people in the same weight class as him and not kind of go through what he's doing, which I think is kind of doing the Mayweather plan. But he's an excellent fighter, dog. One of my favorites in boxing, man. My man said, Olivo said, I love dark-skinned chick with some big soup coolers. Yeah, and so do they. That's the funny thing. And so do they. Fixated on them chicks. Love them chicks. You know what I mean? Ronnie Pickering said, Kayla Plant versus Canelo Alvarez. What's your take? My take on it is Canelo Alvarez like in 9. Like, if I had to say what I think Canelo's going to get him, dog. I think Canelo's going to get him because I think that Kayla Plant got a lot of heart, and Kayla Plant at a certain point in time is going to sit down and have to go at him. So I take Canelo Alvarez in that fight. Most definitely, man. Monstrous Animal said, you didn't respect Fury. You called him a cheat without evidence. That's a lie. I called him a cheat with evidence, and I'll still call him a cheat. The man tested positive for performance-enhancing drugs. He served a 2-year retroactive suspension for performance-enhancing drugs. If that's the case, why can't I call him a cheat? If I call Canelo Alvarez a cheater because Canelo Alvarez tested positive for performance-enhancing drugs. I've always said that. I've said I can call Tyson Fury a cheater with nothing to do with the Deontay Wilder fights because he got caught, didn't he? If Deontay Wilder got caught on performance-enhancing drugs, I call him a cheater. It's just what it is, man. The facts are the facts. The dude is cheat. He got in the ring with a thumb detached from his gloves in the Christian Hamer fight. How in the world is that not? How in the world is that not? Is a fake ego account? Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. He wasn't disrespectful, so I was just like, what's up, ego? I know I felt that it probably wasn't ego. But it doesn't matter. He's a good dude. He was just going to try to butter up and then later on do some shit, talk bad about me later on. I know what it is, man. He said another troll is rhythm. Yeah, you know what it is. But, hey, if you fake like it and you ain't done nothing, I like that. Keep doing it. Because then I'm going to see, it's just going to be a matter of time before you come up and say something stupid. And then I'll be like, yeah, okay, there you go. You know what I mean? Fury is a real deal cheater. He is, man. The dude got caught cheating. It's what it is, man. G. Benson in the building said, what's up, Fannon? It's been a minute. Hope all is well. Been checking your stream. Still pumping out that fire content, man. Thank you, man. I appreciate you so much, man. Thank you for continuing to support the channel, man. Thank you very, very much, man. Saluminati said, AJ is a robot. Wilder would definitely smash. AJ is a robot. Wilder would definitely smash Usyk. I don't know. I'm going to give him his credit, man. No joke. I'm going to tell you what I ain't going to do. For sure, I'm not going to do. I am definitely not going to shortchange, without a doubt, not shortchange Alexander Usyk. I'm not doing it, man. I'm a Deontay Wilder fan, but until Alexander Usyk loses, I'm not shortchanging that man. I think that dude can fight, man. That is a top-level fight. T-Boxing Spot said, people act like they didn't hold Roy Jones and Mosley accountable for cheating too. Exactly. Of course they did. And it's exactly what they get on, dog. Them dudes act like if somebody got caught, if Deontay Wilder didn't get caught with the same thing, that wouldn't happen, man. Ron Pickering said, Usyk skilled as fuck. Yeah, man, I'm definitely not going, hey, I'm not doing that, dog. I didn't do that. I'm not doing that against Vasily Lomachenko. I'm not doing that with Alexander Usyk. Ain't no way, dog. Seriously, man. Those two guys are very, very good fighters, man, and deserve a lot of credit for what they do, man. They deserve a lot of credit for what they do. Big Ben's Boxing said, Wilder is too dangerous. He won't get that. He won't get to fight top fighters unless he becomes a mandatory. No, man, I think he will because he's a paycheck. He's a paycheck and he showed some vulnerability. Deontay Wilder's a pay-per-view fighter. I think that they're not going to want to throw that away. Deontay Wilder's headlined like 5 pay-per-view cards. Headlining all those pay-per-view cards, dog, I'm telling you. Headlining all those pay-per-view cards, people are going to respect you, and people are going to let you fight, dog. John Mayfield said, Fannon, do you think Charlo's comment was taken out of context, saying skills pay the bills, not race? Your thought? Well, let me put it this way. I didn't see that, right? The skills pay the bills. If he said, let me say, pills pay the bills, not race. Your thoughts? I think it's a stupid thing to say. You know what I mean? I think it's a really stupid thing to say. And it's also assuming that people do not think they can't judge things based on Deontay Wilder and to support him only because he's black. I thought that was stupid. But really, the thing that got me, and the only thing that I ever made a comment about, is calling Deontay Wilder fans broke asses. Because man, you got the same fans, man. I mean, there are very few Jermell Charlo fans that are not Deontay Wilder fans, man. I mean, seriously. And you got the same fan base, man. Ain't nobody supporting Jermell and Jermall Charlo in large numbers that are not black, dog. Those are the people that are supporting them. The black boxing community is supporting them. And if the black boxing community is the one that is supporting them, then, man, get a dudes. Then why don't you just act like you got some sense, man? You know what I mean? Everybody knew that was the situation. And very, very few people did not know that Deontay Wilder could make a lot of improvements technically, and that he's not technically the best fighter in the world. That is obvious. You know what I mean? It's when people lay on that, man, and talk, you know what I mean? But and I could take it from cats, that are in the UK. I don't have a problem with that, really. Like, honestly, even the ones that would support the guys that support Anthony Joshua, man, they got reason to support Anthony Joshua. That's their dude. Anthony Joshua's they're from the UK. They're going to support people from the UK. And they're going to say stuff that's out of pocket or whatever, or the Nigerian dudes, the ones that used to be fans of his that ain't shown up in years. I didn't have a problem with them supporting him. But, man, I think you should. You got people in your own community that you piling on against them. I think that's out of pocket, man. You know what I mean? I think it's out of pocket. That's what I thought, man. Ray Smith says, salute to you, Martin. Great brother, great work. Wilder needs Blu-ray. Yeah. Hey, look, man, I'm gonna tell you what he needs, man. No doubt about it, dog. What Wilder needs Mimo Heredia, man. Wilder needs Mimo, dog. He needs Mimo Heredia. If he gets his hands on Mimo Heredia, you won't have no more problems, dog. Telling you. Get your hands on Mimo Heredia. Get your hands on Alex Ariza. Go to Snack. You know what I'm saying? Go to Snack. Use the technology that these guys have to make sure that you running on full tilt all the time. Why not, man? If these guys are, I'm telling you, they're making this shit so it's legal. And that's what they're resting on. Oscar Valdez, if you listen very closely to the argument that was made for Oscar Valdez, what Oscar Valdez said was that it's legal. That's what he said. He's like, look, man, I ain't got no problem. He's like, it's out of competition. WADA says it's out of competition. It's out of competition. Use the technology, dog. Use the technology to the best of your ability, man. If you think it's worth it. Now, personally, I don't think it's worth it because at the end of the day, later on, that shit's going to hit people. You know what I mean? Scant Rant said Mimo Heredia or Alex Ariza will turn Wilder into a cyborg. Yeah, more than likely, dog. But but he'll be muscled up and he won't get tired. He'll be muscled up and he won't get tired. And if that's what he wants to do is take over the world, that's what he's going to have to do, man. Because you can't tell me that's not what, because dude, that's what your boy did. Tyson Fury's doing. You can't tell me Tyson Fury ain't have somebody working on that dude's nutrition and working on his endurance, man. Richard Hill, much mess my nuke right there. He said, Ali the GOAT. Absolutely, man. Monstrous Animal said, does Fury have one no contest on his record, which would indicate cheating? The no contest, they didn't give him a no contest. They gave him the win. I got corrected by, who corrected me on that? Shout out to the Ring Magazine guy who I will never talk bad about again. I'm not in that business anymore. The editor of Ring Magazine responded to me and said that it's not a no contest because that was in the negotiation when he took the retroactive suspension, was that he didn't have to admit guilt. And since he didn't admit guilt, then it didn't get changed to a no contest. Who was that? Dougie Fisher said that. Dougie Fisher corrected the record on me on that. So my acknowledgement to Dougie Fisher for correcting the record on that. Max Schmeling said, Mimo and Alex ain't too jack for Wilder. Wilder is 35 years old and has 0 boxing building blocks, just a one-trick pony. They're not trainers. Listen, man. They're not boxing guys, Max Schmeling. All right? Alex, he has 0 boxing building blocks. Mimam Haredi is not a boxing coach, and neither is Alex Ariza. They are fitness and conditioning coaches. They work with track athletes, they work with tennis players, they work with soccer players, they work with anybody, Holmes. So, please, once again, why don't you think before you write? Because that is what you call dumb. Okay? Straight up and down dumb. Hormones are what your body creates. Kneel down to your king, Tyson Fury. No, he's not my king. Alexander Usyk is my king. I got to kneel down to Alexander Usyk. Alexander Usyk got 3 belts. I have to kneel down to Alexander Usyk. How do you like them apples? Alexander Usyk's the king of the heavyweights. He got 3 belts. No, Max Schmeling, you did not know that. If you would have known that, you would not have said what you said. If you would have known it, you wouldn't have said that. What you said was they can't help him because they have no boxing building blocks, is what you said. If you knew that, you wouldn't have said that. Sorry, Max. I like to keep you around because you let dumb shit pour out your pie hole on occasion, dog. You let dumb shit pour out your pie hole. And when that dumb shit pours out your pie hole, I'm there to get you. Every time, dog. Every time. He said, I'm from the UK and I love Wilder, but I think he was consumed by too much hate and that drains more energy than people think. Hey, man, I can't say what's in his mind. I don't think he got drained. I don't think he got drained because he had too much fire in the system, dog. You know what I mean? He just got beat by the better guy, man. You know what it is? That's just what it is, man. Before you said Wilder is the best. Guess what? I got proved wrong. Tyson Fury's better than him. Now what you going to say? Now what? So what? But I will let you tell you, though. I did not say he was going to win that fight. Just so you know. I never said that. What I said was that I want him to win the fight. I was very, very specific in my language, man. I did not say never said he was going to win the fight. And every time you guys came by here and tried to get me in a position to say, hey, man, what's your prediction? Dude, I'm not stupid. Tyson Fury was the favorite in that fight. Even with all the cheating, Tyson Fury is a lot to deal with in the ring. And I always said that. Andrew W., you're lying. I'm not upset at all, dog. I'm having a great time. Man, I'm going on a half hour longer than usual. I'm usually out for here at 9:30. I'm having such a good time, I went to 10. What do you mean? I'm having a good time, man. I said he was going to win, and I'm going to stand on it. That's what's up. And there you go. Stand on it. Absolutely stand on it. That's what you should do. I personally was like, look, man, I'm supporting him. And I still support him. Still support him. 100%, dog. Want Deontay Wilder to get another shot? 100% Team Bomb Squad. Is what it is, dog. But I'm telling you, all that long count stuff that people are talking about, the gloves coming up in beforehand and all that stuff, what I told y'all, I was like, man, there's going to be a bunch of shit in this fight. Ain't nothing going to change as far as what they do walking into it. From them changing, whatever that was, you knew what it was going to do. You know what I mean? But look, man, hold on. Can you replay Wilder getting knocked out? No, I can't. You can go look at it at a whole bunch of places on YouTube, though. Go look at it, man. Knock yourself out. Go watch it. And matter of fact, watch it a bunch of times on an official channel so that Deontay Wilder can get his cut of you watching that. I've always been in favor of that, man, and I'm going to continue to be in favor of that. And I'm going to continue to be supportive of that, dog. I wanted Deontay Wilder to get his big fights, and I wanted Deontay Wilder to get paid. And for Deontay Wilder to be able to prove himself, right, and prove what he's worth. And that's what he did, man. Deontay Wilder lost to Tyson Fury, dog, but his stock didn't go down. Deontay Wilder proved that he's a warrior. And even the stuff with that was going on with what's that dude's name? What's dude's name, man? Mark Breland. He proved the Mark Breland point. Because he said, look, man, I fired him because he threw in the towel. I want to go out on my shield. Dude, when Deontay Wilder said he wanted to go out on his shield, what did he do? When the time came up and he was losing that fight and he was looking like he had very little left, what did he do? He went out on his shield like he said he wanted to go out on his shield. That's where you got to respect that man for that stuff, man. That dude is a warrior. And he proved it. And on top of it, he dropped Tyson Fury and had a chance to win that fight. Despite everything that you guys said about how terrible he was a boxer and he's so garbage, Deontay Wilder still had a chance to win that fight. Still had a chance to win that fight. Even like the round before he got knocked out, he still tried to save energy and go at the dude. Still had the energy to do that. Just get a man his credit. That's all I've ever said about him. A fighter does not have to be invincible for me to support him. He doesn't have to be. I support Adrian Bronner. And Adrian Bronner is far from invincible. You know what I'm saying? Far from invincible. But I'll still support Adrian Bronner. I'm an Adrian Bronner fan. What do you want me to say? I'm going to support him. You don't have to be that way. And Deontay Wilder in his next fight, I'm going to support him. Mike Tyson, I supported Mike Tyson. After the Holyfield fight, I still supported Mike Tyson. And you guys are you still supporting Anthony Joshua? Anthony Joshua done lost just as many times and against twice as many people as Deontay Wilder has. Right? Hasn't he? He has. So are you going to support him? Right? Or not? You going to support him or not? If you're a fan of UK boxing, you should support him. I'm an American boxing fan. That's an American champion. I'm going to support the American champion, and ain't nothing wrong with that, dog. Ray Patterson said, how do I get a lunch, man? Come back tomorrow, man. I'll get you, man. My man, Get Lost Green said, Tyson owes everything to Wilder. Nobody was thinking about Fury until Wilder started calling him out. Wilder should get a cut of his future earnings. Funny thing is, man, he probably should have, he gave 50-50 on the fight. And he gave him 50-50 on the fight, man. Sam Z said, I'm not a fan of any of them. Hey, man, I don't know why, man. They're good guys to be fans. It was a lot of fun, man. This is what boxing's about. As a boxing fan, I'm going to tell you, this really is what boxing's about, man. No doubt about it. Robert Williams said, great chat, Fannon. Absolute, man. Thank you, man. But look, man, I'm going to get up out of here, man. Much love to everybody in the chat. Be Easy said, appreciate you, Martin. Extending today's live helps work go by faster. And my pleasure, man. My pleasure, man. I'm probably do it more. Absolutely love the conversations, man. And it's a distinct fan base, so I think it's good. Unknown said, Wilder showed he has heart and is a warrior, but I don't think Mark made the wrong decision. He's a former world champion. Yeah, but he did make he made a decision, wasn't his response. It wasn't his decision to make. It just wasn't his decision to make. The guy said, don't make that decision. That's not his decision to make, and he made the decision anyway. But anyway, much love to everybody in the chat, everybody in the super chat, and I'm going to check you guys out tomorrow. Deuces.